Hello, guys. Welcome back to this segment. I hope your day is going well. So, you know what I'm here to do now? I'm here to talk about Nigerian Super Eagles, our players, and everything that has been happening at this moment. So, Osimhen is in the updates, and this man, I don't understand. Osimhen's deal, Osimhen's transfer situation has taken awfully long time. We didn't expect that such a player of such quality would have to be in the market and not get napped up by a top European club very quickly. In fact, I was I was shocked that Osimhen has not moved up till now. But the latest about Osimhen is that his Napoli are actually having a very serious conversation with um, a certain Saudi Arabia club by the name Al Ali. And this club, is reportedly pushing to sign Victor Osimhen, and they've now even tabled an official bid, to Napoli, an official bid of 65 million euros to Napoli for Victor Osimhen's signature. And now although that money is not up to Napoli's evaluation of Osimhen, because we know the whole story. Napoli is asking for over 100 million euros, but it's a starting bid from this club, and there's a possibility that they might up their bid. But the key question still remains whether Victor Osimhen, even if Napoli finally get their money for the man, is Osimhen ready to go to Saudi Arabia? Osimhen has said it time and again, that he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia right now. In fact, if he wanted to go to Saudi Arabia, I think he would have gone to Saudi Arabia since, because he was having all this interest a couple of weeks back, where they were, promising him heaven and earth, telling him to come play for a really, really massive amount of money. But Osimhen was not moved by that. He wanted to stay in Europe and play in Europe's top flight, and then play in the Champions League. This was, the ambition of Victor Osimhen. But right now, it's increasingly going very dicey, because no none of these European club sides appear to be even nearing to conclude a deal with Napoli, because it's just been a stalemate all through. The Chelsea, the PSG, the Arsenal, none of them have been able um, to reach a compromise with Napoli. And um, let me also add that Victor Osimhen's personal term agreement is also a bigger barrier, as much as it is hard for clubs to meet up his transfer fee. It's also very difficult for them to meet up Osimhen's personal terms, because Osimhen has said it again through his agent time without number that he does not want to reduce his salary for a move to happen. He's currently receiving, I think, up to 11 million euros, in Napoli, as the highest paid player for the club currently. And this is a really, really massive wage. It's going to be a burden for any club. Chelsea are very interested in getting Victor Osimhen, but this personal term has also been an issue. Even in recent times, in the last couple of days, we've seen how Chelsea have started discarding their players who are on a massive salary bill. The likes of Raheem Sterling being the recent victim that Chelsea had to discard because of his 300 over 300,000 pounds a week salary. And then Ben Chilwell is another player who received a really high amount of salary. So Chelsea are, are actively selling the players who amass a lot of salary, and it's almost impossible for them to go out now and get a player like Victor Osimhen, who's now going to be collecting. According to the reports, they are saying Osimhen is demanding over £500,000 a week, to be paid at Chelsea. And this is not going to be possible if you look at things right now. If you look at this Chelsea management and how they are trying to, manage or condition their weekly expense on salaries, they actually have what they call a salary threshold, and uh, they have a certain amount that no player can earn above. So that's what Chelsea are trying to do. And Victor Osimhen's demand in terms of salary is way above Chelsea's salary mark. And because of this, it's very possible that he will not go to Chelsea. even if Napoli and Chelsea eventually agree on the transfer fee. Again, it's not a do or die. For me, I'm not even uh, so much interested in Osimhen joining Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool or even PSG. What I just want is what's going to be the best scenario for this young man. Of course, uh, he's a Nigerian. We love him. This community here is specifically to talk about Nigerians and talk good about Nigerians, and then promote them, talk about the exploits, the good things that they are doing in the world of football. So personally, I want the best for Osimhen, and I want him to sit down with his agent and you know, check things very well. It shouldn't be all about the money. It should not really be all about making that big money. I mean, if the reports are true that Victor Osimhen is currently asking for 500 pounds a month at Chelsea, then I'm now wondering why did he not go to Saudi Arabia? Because if you want to stay in Europe's top flight, the idea is that you're not looking for money. Not that you're not looking for money, because you're going to be paid well. You'll be fine as a footballer, earning a lot, but you're not looking for that massive mojo money, because that's not where you find it. It's in places like Saudi Arabia League. So if you want to stay there, you obviously have to stay for footballing reason and reduce the amount. This is what I would expect. Of course, it's still a rumor. There's no assurance of the legitimacy of this update. But again, it worries me whenever I see the Saudi Arabian clubs are pushing really hard, because in the end, Osimhen might just get I don't know, maybe frustrated or tired of the whole situation, and he'll just be like, okay, fine, let me just go to Saudi Arabia. And then he decides to go to Saudi Arabia, and I don't know. Probably we might just not get to see Osimhen get to his peak, get to the peak of his career, as we expect him to. But that's just my take on this one. Victor Osimhen having some really massive interest from Saudi Arabia club. Is he going to join the Saudi Arabian club and forget about his dreams of playing in Europe's top league and possibly winning the Champions League? Let me know what you think about this. And then moving on to the next updates. Samson Siasia, of course, in the last video I talked about uh, him giving a hint that he's back now and ready to start coaching again, and he could potentially be taking up role from the NFF, maybe in the capacity of being one of the guys that comes in as the caretaker coach for this September run of games. But one man has come out to want Samson Siasia to stay away from the NFF and any sort of arrangement that he might be having with them in terms of coming in as a caretaker coach for these September games. Odegbami is not actually against Siasia coming in as a coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles, but he is saying that he should not allow NFF to use him as a caretaker for these September games, because it's very risky, very dangerous for him. If he decides to accept that, then there's a high risk that he might fail, because it's very tricky. He could accept that and then end up not doing well for these two games, and then he's going to tarnish his image and ruin his chances of having a shot at coaching the Nigerian Super Eagles in the future. Odegbami actually revealed this in a column that he wrote to The Guardian in response to Samson Siasia saying that he is back and could potentially take up role from the NFF. So what do you think about this, guys? Do you think Odegbami is right by warning Samson Siasia to stay off of NFF's approach to become an interim manager or caretaker manager in any sort or in any manner of way, so that he keeps his credibility, keeps his integrity intact, and not endanger his chances of properly handling the national team sometime in the future. That's the update for this video. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're just finding football stories for the first time. Stay tuned, guys. More updates coming soon.